What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We're back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Meighan. Shaun, how is it going?
It's going good, Connor. It's excellent to see you today.
Right, so do you want to let the listeners in to what we have just discovered because we are idiots?
Okay, so for those uninitiated, about a year ago, something happened that meant that me and Connor had to record shows over the phone. We couldn't record them in person like we usually do. And so for the last 12 months, and I think it's actually 12 months to the day,
it might be, yeah.
We have been doing it through WhatsApp, that we would just call each other, record the show, and cut it together. And only today did Connor say to me before the start of the show, "Hey, what if we did a video call?" So we could
recorded
see
the audio. Yeah, because I've just always been thinking, I wonder what Shaun is looking like when he's saying this funny gag.
Oh, I have funny gags. That's brilliant.
Very, very rarely do I think that.
Ah, fair enough. But, like, we're going to try it. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see if it changes the mood at all. If anything, it will be more like it used to be, surely. And yeah, it's genuinely good to see a friend when you talk to them, it turns out.
It's very weird. I'm looking at your face, and your mouth is moving, and there's words. It's so strange.
Let's not get into the whole recording setup that we have going on here.
Yes, we talk. Shaun, so what is Weird News Wednesday?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man who has frankly been too busy with proper news to actually look at anything fun on the internet.
We're starting this week with Prince Harry and Meghan. No, we're not. I just want to say it right now, we're not.
We're not that kind of show. We'd probably get a few decent listens out of that tagline, though.
Oh, put that in the headline. What's up with Prince Harry now? Call it that.
Royal secrets revealed. That's what it's going to be.
Question mark.
Oh, exclamation point.
So, Shaun, we're going to have to start in Salt Lake City this week. And so this week was a weird one, because normally I like to start off with a bit of shithousery.
Of course.
And shithousery is someone just doing something to cause others harm, or not harm, but just discomfort for inconvenience for no obvious reason. And there wasn't really a standout this week, but this was probably the closest one I could find, because we're starting with, "I'll kill you if you don't buy me beer," says Salt Lake City man who pulls gun on 3 people, then gives them $20.
It's a reverse robbery.
They left with more money than they started with.
So they didn't buy the beer, is what you're telling me there.
See, he was an honest man. He had the gun, and he said, "I'll kill you if you don't buy me beer." But then it became like, I don't want to have them like be out of pocket.
Oh, I'm not saying gift me some beer.
No, buy me beer. Here is the money, or you will die.
Why couldn't he buy it? Is this like an under? Well, it's America. Is he under 21? And he has to get someone to buy beer from, I wonder.
39-year-old Garomo Mesa is facing a series of charges after police say he pulled a gun on 3 people inside of a truck, demanding that they buy him beer, saying he will kill them if they don't. The suspect even gave the victims $20 to do so, according to the report. Police say that late Friday night, Mesa walked up to a truck near N. Cordwell Street, everyone's favourite street, opened the passenger side door, pointed a revolver at the driver's head and stated very calmly, "I will kill all of you if you don't buy me some beer." Sorry,
he didn't even approach and say, "Hey, would you guys buy me some?" He went straight to revolver to the head.
That's why this is why it caught my eye, because he walks up to the door of the car and he's like, "Buy me beer or I'll kill you." That's not really that funny of a weird news story. Yeah, it's his logic of that's robbery. That's just straight up a bit dour. But if he walks up and says, "Buy me beer or I'll kill you all, here's my revolver, also here's the money, I'm not going to put you out of pocket," that's a whole other level of psychology that I don't understand.
But that's like some kind of Batman villain. Like, he has his own moral code that he'll stick to. It's like, I'll use people for my own ends, but
Yeah.
they will not spend a penny of their hard-earned cash.
Like, I'm okay with psychologically damaging them, but physically, also I will kill them. But I'm not going to put them out of pocket. I don't want them to miss their mortgage payment.
But he's willing to threaten someone with death for a case of beer. He's not willing to rob the shop.
No. No. Well, that's because that'll put them out of money, Sean. He doesn't want... He loves capitalism.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of keeping the money in the system. And he doesn't want to have the beer shop be out of pocket for giving him beer when he has a revolver.
That's true, because that beer costs money. That shop bought that beer and was then selling it on. So, is this... like, we've had, Florida man, we've had Florida woman. Is this capitalist man that we're looking at here?
The worst man. Somehow we've come up with a man worse than Florida man.
He's lawful evil.
He's just like, these pyramid schemes are going to work, guys. Trickle down economics.
It'll get you eventually.
Mesa then pointed the gun at the other two people before handing the driver a $20 bill to pay for the beer. The victims took the money, drove off, and then the police were alerted, so they robbed him.
Oh my God. Look, that's an opportunity. Look, when opportunity strikes, you take the 20 quid and drive away. But he gave him the beer before he got out of the truck then.
He gave him, not the beer, he gave them the money.
Sorry, the money, sorry.
Yeah. And then he said, buy me beer, I will kill you all. Then looked at the other two passengers like, are we all clear? Gave the driver the 20 and said, my job here is done. They'll come back. They're driving off now, but they're going off to the off license. They'll be back.
Oh, they're getting the good stuff. They're getting the good beer.
The good stuff. I have them in fear of me as they drive away.
I am in control here.
About 5 minutes after the victims took off, one of them was on the phone with his cousin, who lives at the address, who heard approximately 6 to 7 gunshots.
That's as many as a revolver holds.
Yeah. 6 to 7. There's 6, surely.
He just threw one really hard at a wall.
Jeez, he's so fucking strong. Fucking hell.
But he'll never threaten anyone.
Police were given a description of the vehicle Mesa was thought to be driving. After spotting Mesa's vehicle and pulling him over, officers said it appeared that he was drunk, Sean, which I think he got what he wanted, in a weird way.
In the end, didn't it all work out?
In the end, yeah. When officers tried to place Mesa in handcuffs, they say he resisted. Police found 3 shell casings belonging to a silver revolver, which the victim said matched the description of the gun pointed at them. So only 3. So there's 4 more shots somewhere along this driveway.
Was he involved with a shootout and lost?
Yeah, with somebody who he's been involved in several shootouts on this one highway.
So he's either involved with someone with another revolver who fired 4 shots, or 4 people with a revolver each.
It's a standoff, but the 4-way standoff.
Yeah, the famous pentagonal standoff.
Who do you shoot first?
Honestly, in that situation, I surrender immediately. I go to shit, and I'm terrified.
I think I shoot the guy to my right.
Why?
And then just hope for the best. Because I'm hoping everybody will think the same, but the guy to my left will shoot the guy across from him. So the guy to my right gets double shot.
You think he'll panic and turn on his own friends?
He'll turn on his own friend, yeah.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Surely, if you're that man, you threaten the guy to your right to say, shoot the others. And then you have someone on your side, at least.
Oh, that's good. That's a good... We're getting into the psychology of this. We will never be involved in that, I just want to say. But police said when asked if he was a legal United States citizen, Mesa replied, no, and I never planned to be.
Again, has his own moral code.
But surely now he's going to be deported as well.
Not necessarily. He could escape from prison.
Give me the escape keys, or I'm going to kill all of you. Here's $40 for the keys to get them cut again. Yeah, I know it's a bit much.
It's an expensive process. It's a specialised machine to get them cut.
It's a specialised machine. I don't want to put you out of pocket. You know yourself.
Not at all. Not at all. I've taken the liberty of tattooing the prison map on my own body.
Sean, what do you think of this Salt Lake City man? What do you think the psychology behind this crime was?
It's another way of, like, we often talk about the best thing you can do in like a robbery or a situation is to just cause a bit of like chaos, make things uncertain, because as soon as things get weird, you're in control. But I think this man came on too strong by going straight, because they probably would have bought him beer if he had just given him 20 quid and said, hey, can you get me some beer? This place won't serve me, or whatever. But instead he went straight to, I will kill you unless you take this money and buy me beer.
But how do you go about confirming that they've actually gone and done what you want? Like, there's no way that if they come back, they were never going to come back without the beer. So if they don't come back, how will you get the chance to kill them? So it's really a terrible threat.
It is, unless he planned to kill them after they got the beer.
It was a double cross.
Maybe, look, it was a stressful situation, so maybe their memory's a bit off. What if he said, buy me some beer and I'll kill you?
and they're like, wow, what a deal. Wait a minute.
Right. No, Bob, you forgot again.
So, Shaun, that is our opening story. I just think that level of just madness in a robbery or just randomness, I think, deserve to be covered here, because we're moving on to a poor man who made a bit of an error on eBay. And he purchased something that he was looking for something specific and ended up with something that was not what he wanted in possibly the weirdest way possible, because I have man makes epic error with bargain eBay AstroTurf.
You can buy AstroTurf on eBay?
Yes.
A bit of straw, Connor?
A bit of straw. I'm starting my own five-a-side team.
But, like, just, do you buy it like panel by panel, or do you buy a big roll of AstroTurf?
How much is it? Is it per square foot?
Surely, because you can, unless someone just put up an ad on eBay being like AstroTurf, and it's down to the gods, however much you get.
Yeah, it's just an amount. It's like a piece of string. It's however long it needs to be. You know what I mean?
How much AstroTurf is in a pitch?
Pauline Tremble of Scotland said her eBay bargain hunting husband Andy looked so pleased with himself until he saw her face. The mother was left in stitches after her husband put down a green carpet instead of AstroTurf in their garden accidentally.
So he laid it and all.
Pauline Tremble said she didn't have the heart to tell him to get rid of it after he unveiled his hard work in the garden after she came back from work.
Oh my God. And he's probably like, God, this will save me so much time. I won't have to cut the grass anymore. So much easier to maintain.
Pauline, wait till I show you this. I know you're finished work. You're stressed. Come out into the backyard. I've got a surprise for you.
You're going to be so proud of me.
Look at that bad boy. AstroTurf to the gills.
Oh, do you want to hoover that AstroTurf at all?
It's going to catch a lot of fluff. A lot of fluff is going to be caught on it.
God help us when it rains, let's be honest.
The couple from Scotland forked out for the material after bargain lover Andy spotted it on eBay. Who still uses eBay?
I don't know. The last time I used eBay, I think I bought you Pokemon Emerald. I think that's the last time. Good. Yeah, but that's like, Connor, that's like a year and a half.
I remember when we got to hang out.
Oh, remember when we spent Christmases together?
That makes it sound like Christmas Day. We woke up in matching pyjamas and ran downstairs.
Yeah, that's what happened, Connor.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
I'm legally obliged to say that's what happened, just to keep up the PR of this podcast.
Exactly, yeah, that's the big selling point, is that we are in some kind of weird cohabiting situation together.
Bananas in pyjamas, named after us. It's actually based on our lives.
Do the bananas sorry, I know you're trying to do your job. Do the bananas in pyjamas have names?
Banana 1 and Banana 2, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Right, for anyone that doesn't know, Bananas in Pyjamas is like a famous kids show about bananas wearing pyjamas.
Yeah, but you can probably pick up on the context of it through the name.
You're clever people, yeah. Bananas in Pyjamas names? Will that give it to me? No, all I'm getting is rat in a hat, which I don't think is an equivalent. B1 and B2.
Told ya.
The main characters are two anthropomorphic bananas wearing, wait for it, pyjamas.
Anthropomorphic?
I mean, it is the right word to use, but it feels like the wrong word to use.
And when they were typing it, they were like, I am so fucking smart.
I am a
Look
genius.
at this.
Banana fan number 1.
But we have to get back to this story, not just bananas and pyjamas. But it wasn't until he rolled it out, Sean, that Pauline noticed that it was rough as sandpaper and feared someone might lose a leg if they fell on it.
Oh, carpet burn in your own garden.
I don't have the heart to tell him to lift it, she said.
So wait, it's still there?
He was so pleased with himself until he saw my face.
She's like, oh. And it wasn't even that she was disappointed that she didn't get the AstroTurf she dreamed of. It was that she had to break the news to him that this wasn't AstroTurf.
Yeah, and he said it looked fine once he makes a set of wooden toadstools and a table and buys a dozen gnomes from Poundland. That's how you fix any garden. Sean, I would like you to look this up, by the way, just so you can see this man's back garden now, that he didn't realise was not AstroTurf until it was done.
So if I just search AstroTurf carpet, will that bring it up for me?
AstroTurf garden? No, that's actually a ridiculous idea.
Probably a normal result.
Yeah.
Hang on. It would hardly be on the news tab of Google, would it?
Oh, boys, would be maybe not.
AstroTurf. Scott's wife in stitches as bungling hubby lays green carpet. Perfect.
Bungling. How did he not know, Sean?
It looks like a snooker table.
It's so flat.
It's so flat. There's a massive seam down the middle of it.
No grass is that shade, Sean. There's no grass that's that shade.
No, and what's beautiful about that photo is there's like his neighbour's grass right across from it.
And it looks like perfect grass.
And I'm nearly positive he did this in his front garden.
If it's in the front garden, that's even worse. At least in the back garden, you can keep it hidden.
Yeah, exactly. You can like segment it off. No one will have to know your shame. But his neighbours watched him lay down all of this green carpet in his garden.
The next door neighbours, like Susan and Tom, and Susan's like looking at Tom going, you have to tell him. You have to tell him. He's like, I can't, Susan. He's halfway through at this stage. He's been there hours.
Susan, where was this suggestion 3 hours ago?
I could have told them then. We both seen it, Susan, but now it's too far gone.
That is absolute. And presumably the regular grass is still underneath it as well.
Yeah. But do you take the regular grass up before you put AstroTurf down?
You're going to break my heart if you tell me that this man dug up the grass that already existed in his garden.
I think he dug up the grass that already existed, Sean.
He's down on his hands and knees trying to fit it around the flower beds. It's fucking heartbreaking.
It'd be very easy to cut, though. Like, he's just cutting through with scissors.
Yeah.
He's out there with like a butter knife, just cutting it around the pots.
It's like, best investment you ever made, Jim.
I just think, I seen that story, and it's a very small story that's really dumb, but when you see the picture, you just go, there was so much effort that went into that. And she gets home and just looks at him, and looks at the carpet outside, and is just like, fucking hell. Jesus.
Oh, I'm legally married to you. I love you.
I mean, I love you, but that's fucking bad.
Yeah, like, there's getting a good deal on eBay, and there's, you really should have known better from the start.
Have you ever sent something back on eBay? Because I don't think you can send this back. It's already been laid down.
Oh yeah, no, he's placed several butter knife cuts in it by this point.
Yeah.
I don't think you could send it back. Imagine, it would be. I think it's sadder if instead of just rolling it up and throwing it in the bin and cutting his losses, he carefully rolls it up and repackages it to send it back. And because he'd have to tell him why, he'd have to give a reason.
Yeah, and it'd be some like, yeah, but who's selling a carpet that big? The size of that carpet.
It's massive. It's not, but I don't know where else you would lay that, honestly, because it doesn't look like a good interior carpet.
I mean, it was being sold on eBay, Sean. It's hardly going to be up to standard.
No. This came from Buckingham Palace, Connor.
That's after coming out of the backyard of somebody else's garden.
Someone else made the same mistake.
And just passed it on. It's like a horror movie. It's just a curse that keeps following people.
Some kind of monkey's paw scenario.
Okay, so we're going to move on, Sean, to our next piece of weird news. And we are going to Florida, right? But it's not a top Florida man headline, because I have Jackson County deputies arrest 2 after drugs found inside hamburger.
How many drugs and how many hamburgers?
How many is too many?
I would say any amount of drugs in your hamburgers. Other
Good
than,
answer.
Thank you, officer. Other than the likes of MSG and things, which make them taste better.
Oh, good. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office says it arrested 2 people who tried to hide cocaine and bath salts in a hamburger during a traffic stop. They say that just before 5 p.m. on Wednesday, a deputy conducted a traffic stop in the Malone area after noticing a Jeep failed to stop at a stop sign. That's rule number 1 of a stop sign, we can all agree.
It's pretty self-explanatory. There's even a nice colour to represent it.
Officials say during the traffic stop, the driver took an unusually long time to pull onto the shoulder and come to a stop.
Interesting. Too busy stuffing things in a burger, I would suggest.
Authorities say an air sniff of the vehicle, conducted by a canine, that wasn't just done by a man. It's like, oh, fucking drugs here.
Jeez, I fucking love a burger, lads. I am starving for a Big Mac.
A positive alert for the odour of drugs from the vehicle. According to the report, a probable cause search of the vehicle was conducted, leading to a hamburger in the centre console of the vehicle with a plastic baggie concealed within.
I fully thought that you were going to say, like, they opened the bag and gently sprinkled it over the burger.
Is that better or worse?
It's worse in terms of quality of drug, I would say. But it's better in terms of they're not going to find a plastic bag.
No. And you bite into the burger, you're like, there's no plastic bag there. It's just clear, it's just classic cocaine.
It's just classic cocaine and bath salts as well, which I'm pretty sure are the ones that made a man eat a man's face one time.
Oh, I was like, did we cover that? But then I was like, we definitely didn't if a man's face was eaten.
No, we would never cover that. This happened when, like, I was in school and everyone was just like, oh, zombies are real. And then we learned what drugs were.
He was 26.
Sorry, I said school. I meant work.
He was in his work office Christmas party and he's like, sorry, what? There's things you get addicted to. Drugs.
I need a drink.
Does anyone have any cocaine? It's what I use to calm me down.
Old family recipe.
Yeah. Deputies say the baggie contained 0.4 of a gram of a white powdery substance that later tested positive for cocaine. Officials say also hidden in the burger was 1 gram of suspected bath salts and less than 1 gram of marijuana. How big is this burger?
Well, if it's like a double Whopper or something, then you have two patties within which to conceal the drugs.
And this is really where a Florida man comes into his own, because Glenn Williams, the 40-year-old driver of the vehicle, claimed ownership of the burger, but not the drug, Sean.
Officer, I will admit to one thing and one thing only. I do love a burger.
I love a Big Mac. You know that about me, officer. But I will tell you this, I don't love drugs. Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad. So I will take that burger if it's going. The drugs, you keep them yourself, officer.
You can keep them. I don't even know how they got there, officer. I'm just trying to enjoy my burger meal. Officials say an investigation led them to believe that 42-year-old Arthur Smith, the vehicle's passenger, placed the drugs in the hamburger as the officer attended the traffic stop, leading to the length of time it took to pull over. But that would still maybe say Glenn Williams didn't know anything about it, Sean.
That's it. I would argue that maybe Glenn was saying, no, don't put him in the burger. That's my burger. Yeah.
I'm after buying that.
I'm after buying that. A man paid me $20 and then threatened to kill me if I didn't buy him a burger. And then I left.
And then I took the money and the burger.
So I think, like, the whole time they were trying to pull over, I think there was this argument about, like, no, I have to put it somewhere. And then Glenn was like, that's fine, just not in the burger.
But that still implies Glenn knew there was drugs in the vehicle.
Yes. Unless he just saw his friend fiddling with his burger, which I think is weirder than drugs.
I think if you see anybody, it doesn't matter who they are, but if you buy a burger and take it out of the packaging, and then you see somebody else picking up that burger and like opening the top, I feel like that is very invasive.
Yeah, it's a betrayal of trust, first of all. And frankly, Conor, I'll thank you not to do it again.
It's how I say hello. Oh, shut up, that burger. What's inside? Pick up the top.
Yeah, looking good. Jeez, how are you, buddy?
That's a lovely burger. And you got the cheese on the top as well. Fair play to you. Right, I'll put the top back on for you. Give it back to you.
Oh, Jez, pickle fell out. There you go.
I'll just pick that up off the floor, slip it back in.
Oh, no,
Don't
like
even
a credit
touch
card.
So, what do you think of Florida Man? Do you believe him that he owns the burger, but he didn't own the drugs?
This is one thing I actually weirdly do believe him. Because I think, and look, I always say it, Florida men always get caught because they do something very basic wrong in terms of driving away while committing a crime. In this case, it's stopping at a traffic light. A stop sign, in fact. And I don't think that he would have made such a bad mistake if he knew there were drugs in the car. I think this man who just loves a burger, I think he's just doing his best to be a law-abiding citizen. His friend, however, is scum and will fiddle with a burger.
Not the drugs. Not any of that, but he's scum because he fiddled with somebody else's Big Mac.
He messed with art. Would you put cocaine inside of the Mona Lisa? Because that's the equivalent here.
I like the idea of you in the interrogation room. Officer, would you put cocaine in the fucking Mona Lisa, would you? You wouldn't. So I haven't done this.
Jesse, I wouldn't. To be fair, colleagues, I wouldn't put cocaine in the Mona Lisa, that's true.
The officer grabs all the police officers, gets them all in. Guys, come in. We have an announcement. I believe him, guys. I fucking believe him, you know what?
And they're all in the interrogation room with him in the middle of the huddle.
And he's like in the middle of it like, guys, no, I believe me too. Yeah, he seems like he's trustworthy.
It's like, yeah, let's hear him out, yeah.
Okay, Shaun, we're going to have to move on from Florida Man because I have a weird news story that involves a cat. Now, Shaun, what are your personal opinion of cats?
I think they're good. I like cats. I think that they're... how do I put this to any cat people watching or listening? I think that it's a mixed bag. You can either get a cat that's absolutely sound or is an absolute divil.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Now, you've met my cat. Absolutely sound.
Absolutely sound cat. One of the best cats, I would say.
The yin and yang of the world then tells us that there has to be an absolute devil of a cat out there.
There's an anti-cat.
An anti-cat. And I have found the anti-cat because cat attacks pilot, forcing plane to make emergency landing.
Okay. Why was the cat in the cockpit?
And he was fully qualified, Shaun. He got the license the last week.
He was getting his air hours in, yeah.
He had to do his practice some stage. Virtually flying is not the same.
No, that's true. I mean, that is true, but it is a cat we're talking about as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm just imagining a cat in a little hat.
Oh, that is adorable.
Yeah.
We should get your cat a little hat.
A mid-air catastrophe, Shaun, unfolded on Wednesday when a stowaway cat attacked a pilot, forcing him to make an emergency landing. The Qatar-bound flight was forced to return...
Where is it bound?
Qatar.
Beautiful. Beautiful stuff.
Was forced to return to Sudan... Perdan? No, it's never going to work. Capital City. After the cat made a surprise appearance in the cockpit.
Hello!
I love the structure of that sentence. He made a surprise appearance. What the fuck is this?
Like they'd never seen a cat before.
Jesus Christ, this dog is really fucking small.
This dog is small and aggressive all of a sudden.
According to the news, the feline was noticed by cockpit crew about half an hour after takeoff from the airport on Wednesday, which to me is like a snakes on a plane situation.
Oh, because you're well in the air at that point. Like, you can't turn around and get rid of the cat.
You've taken off, and this is the start of every horror movie, that you turn around and you're like, it's on the plane with us, and we can't go down.
It's like Air Force One, where all the action takes place on the plane, and there's a fixed time that plane can stay in the air, and you just have to survive. But it's a cat. The cat's stowed away as well. That's fucked.
The cat attacked the pilot and resisted all efforts to be captured.
How many people was this cat fighting?
Because the way they've written it, it does sound like the cat was fighting off 400 people and the crew.
Yeah, like a fully stocked plane of people. And they're all just having a go at getting this cat, but he's just taking them all on. He's accepting all challengers. He's
in the middle of the aisle. Paw out. Another one, please. Come on.
he's Puss in Boots.
Yeah, he's basically Antonio Banderas in a cat form, yes. The cat attacked the pilot, as I said, and resisted all efforts to be captured, eventually forcing the plane to turn around and make an emergency landing in the city it had departed from just half an hour before.
Oh, God. And how do you explain that?
They couldn't even deal with it. They were like, no, we have to turn around and go back.
It's like, lads, we are flying to Sudan, for God's sake.
We're gonna die before we get there.
The plane's gonna land and a cat's gonna walk out.
Just the cat.
Just the cat. The cat landed the plane.
Perfect landing.
Perfect.
Cats always land on their feet, Sean.
They always do, no matter what height you drop them from, even if it's 23,000 feet.
How many times the pilot, do you think, was sitting there going, I'd be fucking tempted to do it though. Let's check. We'll be fucking checking.
Look, that's what they say. You know,
yeah. And they're all in the huddle, and they're just like, he's after killing 4 of our men. They're after killing 4 of our men, right? He's gone fucking mad. We need to figure out a way to kill him. Someone's like, we open a window, boss, and throw him out. He will land on his feet and he'll be back. We don't want to anger him.
Though we do have to open a window in a pressurised plane. Is it worth the risk?
It does seem like a poor idea. Is this your first day? Yeah, I'm just getting the flying miles in, boss. Okay, good job.
Good job. Wait a minute, it's the cat.
Dressed up as a human. It's 3 cats in a trench coat.
But like, what if, like, and they're like, even best case scenario, the cat's already died a couple of times. He's still got like 6 lives left.
Even if he's only on 6. There's still 3 more in him.
There's 3 more in him. We only have 1. Yeah. We're gonna die.
And like, what? Okay, so he has 3 more lives. We've got 200 people, and the 7 of us. I don't think we can kill him 3 times.
I know. No, he's already killed so many. He says he'll execute 1 every minute.
1 every minute until he gets that catnip.
He's after the sweet Sudanese catnip.
It is not totally clear how the cat managed to infiltrate the flight. Infiltrate!
It implies a level of planning for the cat.
Yeah. Cats, I don't think, do any planning. They just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, they'll find a sun. Maybe there was a sunbeam on the plane, and the cat just really wanted to lie down.
Which was operated by Tarco Aviation, but it is believed that it might have entered the aircraft the night before. It is suspected that the cat snuck inside the plane while it was stationed at the airport overnight for cleaning. Upon waking up in an unfamiliar setting, it got aggressive and proceeded to attack the pilot and everyone on the plane.
To be fair, imagine being a cat and waking up and you're flying.
And like, your ears are popped, and you've no idea what the fuck is going on.
Oh, would a cat's ears pop in a plane?
Cats have better hearing than humans. So, yes.
That is true. Oh, that's awful. Oh, the poor cat.
Yeah.
It's misunderstood. It's not a bad cat. It just has sore ears.
It's just has sore ears. So the cat wakes up on this poor plane and it's just like, time to cause some fucking havoc.
Well, guess I'm killing. It's like
next step, death.
It's like Bane at the start of Dark Knight Rises.
The plane gets taken in 2 and it's just hanging there. Just like, I planned this. What do you think of this? What would you do in that situation is my only question. As the pilot or as a passenger?
Okay, as the pilot, I would heroically keep flying the plane while getting my eyes clawed out.
Yeah, because you love aviation.
Mad about flight.
Yeah.
And as a passenger...
I think that's the first question on the pilot test. Are you mad about flight?
Mad about flight? How do you feel about heights? Not good. I have bad news, son.
First day. Everyone always fails that one.
No, we've not had a pilot in these parts for 40 years.
I feel like if you were the pilot, the question becomes, I'll have to turn around at some stage because it's 2 hours that way, it's only half an hour back, and we won't survive the flight.
Yeah, and you have to say to air traffic control, like, hey, listen, there's a cat on board. Yeah, a cat. And we have to... You're not going to believe this.
They fully think it's after been taken over by terrorists, and he's talking in code.
He's speaking in code, yeah.
It's like, sorry, we just have a cat on board that's... we're worried that it might harm some of the passengers. Yeah, there's a fucking terrorist, guys. Everyone get ready.
Okay, have the police, have fire engine, an ambulance, have them all ready, and then they land, and just like a cat strolls out.
I thought he was fucking joking. I thought he was talking about like a catastrophic event of terrorism. Yeah, that's what I thought he meant.
I'm new to air traffic control. I thought there was all these codes that we had to know.
Because I failed the first question of do I like heights, and they put me here.
They put me here. I didn't even get my air hours.
Okay, Shaun, we're going to have to move on from that catastrophe. Do you have any more of those? Catastrophic events.
They're walking a feline with that cat.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next piece of weird news, and that is woman arrested after being linked to crime via Cheetos residue on her teeth.
Oh, wait. So what crime would involve identification via teeth?
There was no crime that actually involved the Cheetos, but she left the Cheetos at the crime scene.
I see. Oh, I thought she had bitten someone. Continue.
No. Officers discovered a water bottle and a Cheetos bag on the floor near the open window in the house. An Oklahoma woman was literally caught red-handed on first-degree burglary, thanks to Cheetos snack dust. Sharon Carr was arrested last week after police reported an attempted home burglary. While she did not take anything, officers claim she left behind a Cheetos bag. Officials were able to link Carr to the crime by the snack residue in her teeth.
Brush your teeth after a crime, surely.
How? Yeah, but what if it was like 10 minutes later?
A quick, slug of water.
Travel brush.
Yeah, travel brush. You pull out your travel brush at that point, yeah.
You're on a robbery, you forget your travel brush, it's a fucking nightmare. You go home, I'll rob again tomorrow.
What's the logic behind breaking in, having a snack and then leaving?
I think she was in mid-crime and then she realised there was somebody at home.
Right.
So a mother was home along with her 2 small children when she called the police because she thought she heard someone trying to break into her home. Once officers arrived on the scene, they discovered a window in the front of the house with the screen removed. They concluded Carr had removed the screen, then used a board to open the window. Just a few moments later, they discovered Carr outside and arrested her. So she was standing outside the house.
Oh, you really... I was giving her so much benefit of the doubt that she got away. She was back at her own house when the police came. But she was just standing outside. She
was just standing outside thinking, fuck, I forgot my water bottle. That would have really helped with this Cheeto dust.
Do I try and break in? Do I try and break back in?
Do I go back in? The officers are there. It seems a bit more extreme.
Yeah, and then what do I say? Like, I forgot my Cheetos?
No. Sorry, guys. This is embarrassing.
Don't mind
me. But I'm after forgetting. So just a few moments later, they discovered, as I said, Carr outside and arrested her. She did not take anything, but officers said they discovered a water bottle and a Cheetos bag on the floor near the window. So she arrived to rob something, left 2 of her own items, and then left.
But why bring a snack to the robbery in the first place?
She could have been scoping it out for a while.
But But what? No, because if you were scoping it out, surely you would.
You know there'd be no one there.
Yeah, you would know there'd be no one there, and you'd want to be even less noticed. Why do you bring evidence?
What if she got hungry? Have you ever been mid-crime and then you get hungry?
That's happened on many weird newses, and they raid the fridge.
Yeah, but the fridge was taken because there was somebody in the home. So she brought her own travel bag.
But she didn't intend to break in if someone was in the home.
That's true, but she brought her own lunch.
So,
This is a work day, Sean. She brought her own lunch.
oh, she's on the 9 to 5, is she?
She's on the 9 to 5. It just includes her 9 to 5, includes robberies.
Okay, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Say she works maybe 4 days a week, but she meal preps for 5. And one of those meal preps...
She had a bag of Cheetos and a bottle of water left over. Well, I might as well use them on the job, but I'm not eating them at home, sitting down.
Well, I may as well work them off while I'm eating them.
There's a lot of calories in a few Cheetos, so I might as well try and fit through a window and rob some poor people.
And then, if I get hungry later, bit of a snack in my teeth.
They claimed once she realised folks were in the home, she probably got nervous and left out through the window. But that still doesn't answer why she had a bag of Cheetos with her and then left it at the crime scene with the bottle of water. You would notice if you lost a bottle of water.
It's heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think
and even if it's empty and you have it in your pocket, if it falls out, it's big enough that you would notice.
Exactly. Do you think it's like... Is this a disposable bottle, or is this like her personal reusable water bottle, Connor? Because one of those hurts more to lose.
It's like a Joe Wicks one.
Oh my God, she supports Wicks.
Yeah, she's after getting it for Christmas, and she's just like, I love it. Honest to God, it filters the water as it's going in. It's absolutely amazing.
Put a bit of fruit in the filter. Oh my God, infused water.
Oh, yeah, it was infused water. And she's outside going, fuck! Jeez, that bottle of water was 30 quid.
Oh, it had electrolytes or some shit.
And I don't know what it was, but I felt great. I felt so energised after
like I could rob God.
But obviously when God is out, because if he's there, I'm going to leave. There's no point.
Going to leave and not drop anything. Shit.
There has to be. There's just a level of robbery etiquette that you don't arrive with nothing, and you don't arrive with 2 items and leave with neither of them.
Arrive with nothing and leave with something, I think, is the view on robbery.
That's the idea of a robbery, not vice versa.
No, but now this is the second story we've had where someone has done a reverse robbery.
I just think reverse robberies, I don't think they'll catch on.
No, it could be a new TikTok challenge that you do, but I think that's just called giving people gifts.
I think that's charity. I think you have to give to charity for that.
Interesting. Wow, imagine if TikTokers gave to charity.
Imagine. And another thing we have against TikTokers.
Oh, yeah, we're old men.
I love all those dance routines. They're all so good.
Oh, we should learn a Heroes for Hire dance for our Heroes for Hire TikTok that we don't have and never will have.
Absolutely, we're definitely not cool enough for that. Sean, we're going to move on to our next piece of news, and this is classic Florida Man, because Florida Man pulls out dank gummies instead of ID for deputies.
Oh no, Florida Man. What have you done? Oh, you've gone wrong.
Florida Man was arrested Monday after pulling out a package of dank gummies while searching for his ID for deputies.
And
Demisio Lopez is facing drug possession charges after witnesses called authorities to report the man had nearly hit a gas pump at the Circle K gas station on that road just before midnight. Deputies found Lopez parked at a gas pump where the 40-year-old asked for help, calling AAA because his car wasn't working, Sean.
Okay. An honest statement, okay? Let's just get this is an honest man we're dealing with here.
According to the arrest report, deputies told Lopez there was no key in the ignition.
An honest man.
To be fair, his car wasn't working.
It wasn't moving at all. He was doing everything he could think of, and the car wasn't moving.
He's just like, sorry, officer, I'm just ringing AAA. The car is fucked. The engine's absolutely ruined in it. Sir, the key isn't in the ignition. Honestly, I tried that myself. I know it sounds ridiculous, but the engine's fucked.
Don't bother. The key The key does nothing. Even if I won't even try putting it in, officer. I won't insult you.
I've been waving it around here for ages, trying to get the kinetic energy to get me going.
Yeah, so you wind up the key, that winds up the car, and then off you go.
I'm not an idiot, officer. Come on now.
What do you take me for?
Deputies told Lopez there was no key in the ignition, and after some searching, the man found the keys in his pocket. He didn't even have it in his hand.
But yet he was waving it around and trying to start the car.
Lopez was then asked for his driver's license, and to be fair, at this point I think he's already highly suspicious.
Yeah, Lopez was like, okay, don't fuck this bit up.
And while rummaging through his pockets again, he pulled out a small package labelled dank gummies, deputies said.
Why did he label them himself?
Dank gummies. Because they're dank.
What? Okay. Dare I ask, what's dank about them, Connor?
I mean, they're gummies, and they're cool, and they make them feel nice.
Okay, that sounds an awful lot like drug.
It does. You at the Christmas party. Wait, what? Dank gummies are bad.
Oh, pass me that heroin. I need to mellow out a bit.
I'm very stressed. He also pulled out a medicated nerds rope and showed it to law enforcement. Well, I don't know what medicated nerds rope is, but it can't be a good thing.
If I Google this, am I going to be put on some kind of... Are my ads going to be fucked?
Yeah, go for it. We are just not cool enough to know.
Medicated nerds rope. Oh, wow, it is like... There are suggestions. The first article is one from The Sun saying, parents warned over innocent-looking cannabis sweets.
Oh, right. Right, okay.
Right, so it's nerds rope, which is like a sweet, and then it's full of cannabis. But probably not like bad... It's probably like the good... What's the one that everyone has? The oil? I don't know.
CBD.
It's probably CBD nerds.
And he showed that to law... and showed that to law enforcement. That made me sound way cooler than I actually am.
It's like you listen to Joe Rogan, bro.
Oh, I do, bro. Oh, I do. The 40-year-old told deputies his girlfriend has a medical marijuana card because of a diagnosis that she'd had previously. So, that's pretty good.
So that's why it's fine for him to have it.
Yeah, no, well, he just had it because he was driving to her house and she wanted it.
Of course. Oh, okay. Yeah. Fair.
So,
okay.
up to this
Honest
point...
man.
So up to this point, he's got some dank gummies.
Yeah.
He couldn't get his car started because there was no keys in the ignition.
And the keys were nowhere to be found.
He's heavily suspicious at this point. And he says, no, officer, this is his first answer. Officer, those drugs are for my girlfriend. She had a bad diagnosis and she needs them. It's medical marijuana.
Yeah.
Deputies then searched Lopez and found he also had a plastic bag of cocaine on him in his other pocket.
And was it labelled special flower by any chance?
For my other girlfriend. It's her medical cocaine.
I'm not sure there's medical cocaine. I don't think that's been approved yet. And that's not something I'm Googling.
No. So, in total, deputies said Lopez had a package of cannabis-infused gummies with him. He had a medicated nerd rope with him. And a plastic bag with 27 grams of cocaine with him.
That's a few grams of cocaine.
That's quite a few for medical cocaine.
What's the going rate of cocaine these days, Connor?
You constantly try to incriminate me here, and you know I don't know the answers.
Is it CBD? I don't know.
Also, this is called THC. Someone tell us the difference.
Oh, is one of them good and one of them not so good? I don't know. I'm not cool.
27 grams of cocaine is a lot to just be having in your pocket.
It's not enough that it'd weigh you down and make you walk in a circle or anything. But
to know that it's there and then also be like, officer, I can't get my car started, I'm going to need a hand.
Yeah, please, come to my location, please.
I need you.
Yeah, it's a poor move on the part of this man. And the fact that he has so many varieties of drugs on him, why are you calling attention to yourself?
Yeah, the idea, and how many of them had he have taken to not realise why his car wasn't working without the keys.
Yeah, he just got to a state where everything was fine, and he thought everything's going to be fine forever.
He was riddled with gummies. He didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Oh, he was so dank.
He's sitting there like, I am the dankest man that has ever lived. This car won't start. I'm too fucking dank to even attempt to try it.
I know my limits, and I will not be this drugged and drive.
Officer,
so he hid the keys on himself.
He's like, you've had enough. You've had enough now, right? Don't be fucking joking with yourself. Puts the keys in his pocket, takes them back. No, I want them. No, you've had enough.
I'm not giving them back to you. You can sober up first. I'm responsible.
Florida man, he just consistently finds ways to bring attention upon himself, first of all, when he's doing lots of illegal things.
Yeah, like there was no reason that man needed to get caught for that many drugs on that day.
No.
Not saying he shouldn't have been, but
no,
he could have. He could have got away with it if it weren't for his pesky self.
He's meddling him.
Yeah, his meddling being your own person.
Yeah,
I mean,
so Florida man, that was I was like, oh, that's my favourite Florida man story of the week. But then, Sean, I came across one of my favourite Florida man stories we've ever done.
Oh,
and I think this is classic Florida man, because it's an air of just defiance and thinking he's great while doing something incredibly dumb and illegal.
It's like the man who tried to fight a hurricane one time.
Yeah, very similar. Florida man speeds through crash site and tells deputies he has business at the Ritz.
They won't stop a wealthy man.
Now, when you find out what he looks like at this point, you will say he definitely did not have business at the Ritz.
Okay, how do I find this man?
It's in the article itself. So,
right,
a 24-year-old Nokomis man was arrested Sunday after speeding through a barricaded crash scene, nearly hitting 6 deputies, and saying he has business at the Ritz-Carlton.
Right. Okay, what? It's presumably a bunch of other cars were stopped because there was a massive crash.
Well, of course, Sean. Of course, because
that's what any commoner would do.
Well, deputies were on scene of a serious crash involving a downed power line at the Tamiami Trail and Holiday Drive just before 11 p.m. So it's pitch black. The fucking power line is down. It's a serious crash. They're after barricading the whole thing off because obviously they don't want people driving through. It's very dangerous.
A power line, yeah.
And a power line, yeah. And had traffic cones detouring traffic away from the site. So that's what's going on.
Okay, I have the mental picture in my head.
Then Florida man Joshua Gokham turns up, Sean, driving a BMW and sporting one sock, boxers and an undershirt, came barrelling through the crash site, nearly hitting 6 deputies and dragging a traffic cone under his car for the whole time.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna try and... Okay, let's say, for example, he is a fabulously wealthy man, okay? Even then, not a good move. But what if it's like, do you know the way skinny jeans with like rips in them are like fashion? Yeah. Or they were fashion the last time I paid attention to whatever fashion was.
Yeah, we've established that we are old, go on.
We are old, and I peaked in 2012. What if this is the next level of that? Where you just, like, you don't even wear a full outfit anymore.
No, it's all torn, man.
It's all torn and manky, and it's just whatever bits you can find on the floor, find on the side of the road, and that's fashion now.
And he just, like, he's driving his BMW, and he comes to this traffic stop, and he's thinking, I have got to get to the Ritz. I have business. And I know I'm dressed for it. I have my one sock, my boxers, and my undershirt on. And there's no time to stop, Sean. He has to barrel through.
Anyone going that fast has no time for a ticket.
No time for a ticket. So I love the idea that he's driving through with the traffic cone underneath the car.
Just
he's like, sorry officers, I am a busy man. Okay.
See, with the traffic cone, that way everyone will avoid him because there's a traffic cone there.
They're detouring around him.
Now he's become the traffic cone.
All deputies said they had to jump out of the way of the car that was estimated to be driving at 100 miles per hour.
Through a crash.
Yes. Wearing one sock boxers and an undershirt.
What the was it a particularly hot day? But, like, okay, if it was a hot day, I could, like, tolerate boxers and an undershirt. Maybe he'd taken off the three-piece ball suit that he had been wearing. But one sock is the one that does it to me, because...
It implies a level of mystery of how he loses one and keeps the other.
Exactly, because you don't... When it's on your body, you don't ever lose just one sock.
No.
That's
unless
something
you've got,
that's
like,
well known.
Unless you've got a really wonky ankle.
It doesn't conform to sock at all. It just,
No,
just drops
it's just
off.
a sock that falls right off.
Like, I've heard of knocking someone's socks off, but
Yeah.
knocking one sock off.
No, he heard about the business deal and he was so excited it knocked one of his socks off. But he wasn't so excited to knock both of them. He was still like, I have to do the meeting.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Let's negotiate.
So he was pulled over just past the trail, and where he got out of his car and walked towards deputies aggressively, according to the arrest report.
That's a level of confidence, because when you're in that kind of uniform, I don't think you can be very intimidating.
See, he drives through the crash site. They all have to dive out of the way. Then he stops his car, gets out, and begins walking aggressively towards them like they've done something wrong.
How dare you, officers?
Yeah. Deputies arrested the 24-year-old and found cocaine, a rolled-up dollar bill, a marijuana grinder, and a hash oil vaporizer in his vehicle.
Oh, he vapes?
He vapes, bro.
I didn't know we were dealing with a billionaire, Connor.
I didn't know we were dealing with a ledge bag. Fucking hell. Gawkman was taken to the Sarasota County Jail, where he is facing 6 counts of aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, DUI, and multiple drug possession charges. That's a lot of charges, to be fair.
There's a lot of charges, but luckily he'll be able to pay the bail. That's chump change to him.
Deputies said the man was in the back of a patrol car before being escorted into the jail, where he started making suggestive noises at a deputy and responding sarcastically while being read his Miranda rights.
Classic rich boy behaviour.
This is just Florida Man, everything in one story.
It's all packed in. There's the, as you said, the unjustified confidence. There's the clear breaking of a law. There's drugs and there's shithousery as well.
And while he's being read the Miranda rights, yeah, okay, yeah, that's great, yeah, you have a right to remain silent. Blah, 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 yeah, okay, whatever you want to fucking say. Jesus Christ.
It's, who's Miranda? She sounds lovely.
When asked where he was headed, Gawkman sarcastically said, "Oh, where was I going? I was going to the Ritz-Carlton. You know, I was going to the Ritz-Carlton. I have business to do, officer."
Oh, so... And was there any follow-up question as to whether, like, this business could be proven or verified, or...
I think at that point, it was clearly proven not to be verifiable.
Then, yeah, I think the officers knew who they were dealing with at that point.
Deputies asked why the 24-year-old ignored police lights, and Gawkman responded asking why the deputy spawned the police lights.
Spawned?
So they were like, why did you ignore the barricade, the codes, and the lights? And his response was, well, why were they there? Is my question.
Yeah, if those weren't there, I would not have broken any laws, officer.
Think about it, officer.
There. That's entrapment.
That's entrapment. You got me, officer. So that is the end of Florida Man. Sean, what do you think of this Florida Man?
That's the Florida Man. Like, sometimes we'll hear on those stories, oh, he realised he had done wrong and admitted it. I feel that man will never learn a lesson and will never admit that he's ever wrong. In many ways, the purest form of Florida Man.
I think Florida Man doesn't have that capabilities.
No, he can't learn from his mistakes. I wouldn't.
No.
Then we'd run out of Florida Man stories.
Yeah. So I think that's actually the end of this week's weird news, Sean.
Oh, what a week. What a week indeed of news. Will I take us out, Connor?
Please take us out with all of our patron names that have been updated again.
They have been updated again. Thank you, everyone who continues to send in funny names that... There's one here I'm a little bit pissed about, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Look, it's okay.
It's okay. So thank you, everyone, for supporting us over on Patreon. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that in the description if you want to support us there. And we did do our video, our commentary review, our pelp on Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3. And you can listen to that there, as well as all of the other movie reviews that we've done in the past. But front and centre, I have to read all the names by law, or else Connor will do terrible things to my family. So big thanks goes out to Waffles.
I'm sorry, I'm just shushing them in the background here. They do cry a little bit, but look, I say it's for the greater good, Sean.
Look, a bit of screaming between friends. What is that? Big thanks goes out to Waffles Insert Something Funny Here Williams, Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Snyder Cut My Hair Bernie, Raymond. I'm actually going to pause the shoutouts for a moment and say that I, Shaun Meighan, think that Zack Snyder is a far superior director than the Russo brothers. Fight me, Ging. Guess which one I'm
Sean,
mad about.
How could you say that?
Connor,
That
I didn't
is so
say
bad.
it. I have to say
You
what
did.
the patrons want.
Why would you stop in the middle of the patron shout-out to give a personal opinion?
And not just in the middle of the shout-out, in the middle of Ray's name.
You said Ray's first name and then decided to go all up on yourself. Jesus Christ.
Look, that one actually hurt me. That made me question, like, I feel dirty doing this.
Better than the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
Better than them.
That's what I said.
That's what you said. That's what everyone heard.
Thank you also to Roisin Robbie Williams CGI monkey enthusiast Hally. That's a story, by the way, that could work in weird news as well.
I should have done it for weird news.
Look, we'll cut it in, it'll be fine.
It's fine.
Ryan Satron Paint Evanson, Sean Sphere for a Head Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Florida Gal Green, Anna Hooks for Hands Hjelmroos, and Lil Dicky this one time at Bandcamp McGrew.
Thank you to all the patrons. You're all lovely people, and I hope you are enjoying all the extra content that's going on over there.
Absolutely, and thanks everyone for continuing to support us. Other ways to support us, there is a merch shop in the description if you want to get some Heroes for Hire shirts or mugs or hats or anything like that. You can follow us on Twitter at Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook, we have a Facebook page. It's Heroes for Hire Podcast. We also have Detective Divilment's discussion group, which at the minute there's a campaign to get us to do a review of that Robbie Williams biopic. And can I just say, I am disappointed in all of you.
I'm intrigued. I want to see what happens.
You're curious. Okay. And you can also follow us on Instagram, Heroes for Hire Podcast, or you can email us any questions to heroesforhire_@outlook.com. But the best way to support the show, just tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
But I think that's about it, Connor.
I think that is. So I've been Conor Lawler.
I've been Shaun Meighan.
And we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.